It's the one and only queen of receipts, the dropping gems in this YouTube street. The lawyer Royce, nowhere to go. Tune in for the infamous morning show, giving the news that you need to know. So don't you dare miss the wake-up call. Then in the evening, I got all for y'all. Get your dose of daily vitamins. You know the queen makes it make sense. So true. Sex game, my kick, the words, my faith, can't even only be money says. It's like an earthquake, I'm calling you out. Creed of constant, this kid of only about such an awesome place, just a more for all.
All right. Hello, everyone. Thanks for tuning back in once again to the original Queen Shakur show. I'm your host, Queen Shakur, and this is your daily vitamin. So as you're coming in, please feel free to go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Be sure to click that notification bell and click the word all so you're notified each time the Queen Goddess goes live. Okay, so let's get ready to get into it because I almost forgot that Diddy is having a hearing today. Remember, I reported this to you all last week that he's having this evidentiary hearing today at 2 o'clock. So we're going to be live at that. And so that all being said, let's get into it. Okay. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Dr._AShakur, TikTok at Dr. Shakur, and Twitter at DGoddess27. And as per usual, if you don't like what the Queen is cooking, you already know what to do. Okay, so hello, namaste. AC Walker is in the house. All right, Buckhorse DC, Claudette, that Crazy Beach Aries. Sheila is here. Khalid Harleen, Samantha. All right, Auntie Leah is here. All right, Claudette, Battle Axe. Battle Axe said, look at the Queen, so damn sexy. Thanks, don't make me blush. Okay, so with that all been said, that Crazy Beach Aries says, bye haters, you already know. Nessa G is here, Trayvon. All right, so let's get into it. All hell nah. WSM Jr. is here. Walk with me, okay? Root Trackers is here. Okay, so let's get into it. I see you, Geraldine, Deronda. All right, Trisha. Dangerous is in the house. Christine. Okay, so let's get into it. Shout out to everybody in the chat and everyone tuned into the Queen. Okay, so we're going to be live, like I said. But let's go to this paperwork. Real quick, let's go to this paperwork that has been filed by Jay-Z's attorney, Alex Spiro. Okay, I hope you all can see that. It says, this is Diddy's docket. So 20 minutes before Sean Combs' criminal case proceeding in a civil case, Jay-Z's lawyer, Spiro, files pleadings from 2 cases against Tony Busby in Louisiana. Now, Spiro's seeking to adjourn, Eric Adams, December the 20th for his appearance, saying that he's out of state. Okay, now with that all being said, it has Sean Combs, Daddy's House Recordings, Inc. Okay, it's got all of Diddy and his entities listed on here. And so let's see what this whole thing says. Lights up, everyone, please like and share. Thank you in advance. Let me put on my spectacles because as you can see, this is some small print. Okay, declaration of Alex Spiro in support of defendant Sean Carter's emergency motion for an order to show cause and an order for the preservation of evidence and to strike the complaint and dismiss Mr. Carter from this action pursuant to, and then it has the statute on there, or not the statute, but Federal R Civil Proceeding 12, okay? Now, Alex Spiro swears under penalty of perjury pursuant to 28 U.S.C. Statute 1746 as follows, saying that 1, I am a partner at Quinn Emanuel Urquhart and Sullivan LLP, counsel to defendant Sean Carter, in the above captioned action. If called as a witness, I could and would testify competently to the information contained herein. Attached hereto is Exhibit 1, is a true and correct copy of the complaint in civil action, and then it has the number, in the United States District Court for the Eastern District of Louisiana. Attached hereto as Exhibit 2 is a true and correct copy of the complaint in civil action, and then they have the case number in the United States District Court for the Eastern District of Louisiana. So these are two cases that are supposedly against Busby, to which Mr. Spiro has reported and saying that he will testify to these. Okay, so let's get ready to get into it, because we have we have the Inner City Press who's going to be reporting this information. And as you know, I follow him every time there's a hearing for Diddy. Okay, so this came out 3 minutes ago. It says, okay, now at U.S. versus Sean Combs, amid argument about whether info should be inspection only or attorney's possession only, and while Busby and Jay-Z Spiro fight it out in civil cases, Inner City Press, okay, then he's talking about something else. Okay, so basically, we're going to see what's going on, because remember, today is the day that Diddy's team wants to get evidentiary information from the prosecution, because what they've been saying is that they feel like they're not getting the information fast enough during the period of discovery. And here's the thing. They want exculpatory evidence. As I told you all days ago, any information that is in the benefit of the defendant, they absolutely have a right to have that information. Okay, that is the law. That is the law. Like I told you guys the other day, that a deputy has an administrative deputy is supposed to provide that to the defense, whether they ask for it or not. And also remember that the prosecution, in their filing the other day that I read to you, they said that they wanted to basically sit down and speak to the defense rather than going back and forth to the judge. And the defense is like, no, we've already tried that. Okay. And they said they couldn't come to a resolution, basically. Okay. They said that it was impasse, which means that they cannot really have an agreement, like it's deadlocked, like the case isn't progressing, it's not going anywhere. So they're having these conversations for nothing, and they're just tired of doing it. So they want the judge to settle this. Okay, and what the prosecution is doing, they're basically trying to keep it in conference status. Okay, that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to keep an open line of communication with the defense rather than talking to the judge. And so anyway, we're going to see what happens, because I want to know, is the prosecution going to be exposed today for withholding evidence that is supposed to have already been presented to the defense? And everyone, please get those likes up. So before we get all into it and he starts reporting what's going on inside the courtroom, let's have a word from my sponsor at 12 Tribes.
Do not buy 12 Tribes on Earth hair growth oil and hair magic elixir unless you want super healthy, gorgeous hair that grows. They have a whole line of amazing hair growth products, including hair growth leave-in conditioner spray, hair growth shampoo, hair growth spray, and hair growth butter. I'm starting to sense a theme here. They include quality natural ingredients. They smell amazing, and you can see the results for yourself. So if you're looking for healthy hair growth for your natural or relaxed hair, try 12 Tribes on Earth today.
Okay, so don't forget, you can purchase 12 Tribes for your hair at Etsy.com. Just look for Lisa Crafts. And also you can find it at Walmart.com. Now, here's something I want you all to keep in mind. Okay, so by the fact that Tony Busby has filed this paperwork against Jay-Z's team, okay, basically saying that they've been bribing his clients, okay, current and past. And he says that he has these recordings. He's given it over to the authorities and all of this. So I'm willing to bet, please pay attention, that Jay-Z's attorneys, they're going to probably say plausible deniability. Okay, that's what they're going to do. Plausible deniability, because at the end of the day, if these allegations that Mr. Busby is making are in fact true, they could actually lose their licenses to practice law. Okay, and Jay-Z's little plot backfired. You see, when his attorney came out and said that he and Diddy are not friends, that they were just business associates, well, now that's all backfired because we already know that's a lie. We all know that's a lie. Okay, and Jay-Z knew it was a lie when his lawyer said it. So why he allowed him to just say that, I have no idea, but it makes no sense. And now, like I told you on yesterday, it's giving that his lawyer is not credible. And if his lawyer is willing to sit up there and blatantly lie to our faces as if we all haven't seen he and Diddy for the past 3 decades hanging out and just being, all, I don't want to say lovey-dovey, but basically having a bromance is what it seemed like in certain aspects. And Diddy said that Jay-Z was extended family, and then saying that the only person who's allowed to call him Sean is the other okay? So I want you all to pay attention. Because at the end of the day, if his lawyer is willing to blatantly lie to our faces, who knows what else he's willing to do? So did they, in fact, bribe these people, offer them money up to allegedly $10,000? I don't know, but it looks like we're going to find out sooner than later. Looks like we're going to find out sooner than later. And let me just go to the report about this before we start getting these receipts. Okay, so here's what they report. Sean Diddy Combs' attorneys will tell the judge overseeing his federal case that they're not getting enough evidence from the prosecutors. The lawyers will ask for the evidence or discovery at 2 p.m. at the hearing on Wednesday in Manhattan. Now, Combs' lawyers intend to file a letter today requesting the court to modify the protective order to require the U.S. to redesignate a small subset of discovery materials from inspection only to attorney's possession only. Now, Diddy has been held at the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn following his arrest in September in a federal trafficking case. And please don't forget that I was the one, you heard it here first, that told you and predicted that Diddy would absolutely be arrested mid to late September, and he was arrested September the 16th. Now, Diddy has been held at the Metropolitan Center in Brooklyn, the detention center in Brooklyn, following his arrest, and it's for the federal trafficking charges, as we know. Now, federal prosecutors allege that Combs abused, threatened, and coerced women and others around him to fulfill his sexual desires, protect his reputation, and conceal his conduct from 2008 until now. He was charged with trafficking by force, transportation to engage in prostitution, and racketeering conspiracy, alleging that he ran an enterprise that he engaged in sex trafficking, forced labor or kidnapping, arson, and other crimes, according to the federal indictment. He has pleaded not guilty to the charges. Now, last week, Diddy abandoned his attempt to get released on bail, according to a court filing. His attorney sent word to the Second U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals, withdrawing Combs' appeal for several decisions denying him bail. Mr. Combs does not seek to appeal the district court's denial of his renewed motion and hereby moves to voluntarily dismiss the appeal. Okay, that's what his attorney said. Now, the filing includes a signed statement from Combs certifying that he understands the ramifications of dismissing the appeal. Mr. Combs hereby states that A, counsel has explained the effect of a voluntary dismissal of the appeal, and B, he understands counsel's explanation, and C, he desires to withdraw and voluntarily dismiss the appeal. Now, why would he dismiss his appeal for bail? Why do you think he abandoned his attempt to be released on bail? Does anybody have a clue? I'm going to tell you why. This is my opinion, because what it looks like is that Diddy's attorneys are trying to set this up for an appeal. Because if it is shown that, in fact, the prosecution withheld exculpatory evidence from the defense, that is not going to fare well. Cases have gotten dismissed on those grounds, and I want you all to pay attention. Okay, I want you all to pay attention. Prosecutorial misconduct, anyone? Now, I'm not saying that they engaged in prosecutorial misconduct, but maybe they did. We're going to have to wait and see how this hearing goes. Okay, so please pay attention. Okay, so let me see what they just reported. So here's what they're saying. Judge's clerk will bring out the defendant in a moment. Check with Mr. Agnifilo. Okay, this is what the judge's clerk said. We'll bring out the defendant in a moment. Check with Mr. Agnifilo. Okay, bring out the defendant. Combs comes out of the side door at MDC's jail in Tan. Okay, sits next to Tony Rico and hugs with and then waves at his other lawyers and then the audience. Okay, so sounds like Diddy's in good spirits as far as I'm concerned. So Diddy's already in the courtroom. All right. So how is this all going to turn out? Above all that drama is being real messy, talking about camel cookies coming to a store near you. Buckhurst DC said he's snitching. Puff Daddy got a lot of secrets. He got the world on edge. Odd Negroes official says, geez, even Ashton didn't pull that card about being friends with Diddy. Right. Even Ashton Kutcher didn't deny him. Oh, and by the way, for the lawsuits that I spoke to you guys about this morning that were deemed as frivolous and dismissed, where they were talking about Jay-Z, Beyonce, Harvey Weinstein, and Jeffrey Epstein all being accused of the trafficking and drugging this woman's kids and all that stuff and trying to get her to sell her kids and all these things that she alleged. Mind you, again, this is all allegations. All of the parties mentioned are presumed innocent until proven otherwise. And that case was, in fact, dismissed. And remember, there were several people that filed these allegations. There was even a man included. But here's the thing. There were also several other people added in one of those lawsuits, and those people include Kanye West, the Kardashians, R. Kelly, and a host of others. And even Disney was included. Okay, I want you all to pay attention. Even Disney was included. Okay, so let's wait and see what's going on here. They say, let me read the names again in case I didn't read them to you earlier. Okay, Harvey Weinstein, Sean Carter, Beyonce Knowles, Kanye West, Robert Kelly, Ghislaine Maxwell, David Boaz, and entities such as Miramax. Miramax, I believe that was owned by Harvey Weinstein. I know he owned Viacom, I think, but I believe he also owned Miramax. Yes. Okay. The Walt Disney Company, Def Jam Recordings, Universal Music Group, please pay attention, Sprint, Viacom, Sony, and the 1953 Trust, which is the estate of Jeffrey Epstein. Plaintiff alleges that Epstein initiated the events giving rise to the complaint. So basically, this was all Epstein's fault, allegedly, that all of these people got mentioned. So I'm going to put on some music while we wait. While we see how it's all about to go down, please pay attention. I'm going to put on Juju's favorite, even though I'm not sure if Juju's in the chat yet, Haters on the Corner. Another Queen Amadaya production.
Haters on the corner, they talking real loud. Spreading no light, trying to bring me down. Enemies lurking, but I won't back away. Got a vision in my mind, I'm here to stay. Put my crew beside me, we rise like a tide. When the storm gets rough, we ain't gonna hide. Popping is swilling, but it won't touch me. Only love around, that's how it's gonna be. Keep moving forward, never looking back. The truth's in the power, it's an unstoppable track. In the city lights where dreams collide, we hustle through the night, fire in our stride. Whispers in the dark can't dim my glow. With rhythm in my soul, I'm ready for the show. We break the chains, rewrite the rules in this concrete jungle where nobody's fool.
production.
Haze on the corner, they talking real loud. Spreading no light, trying to bring me down. Enemies lurking, but I won't back away. Got a vision in my mind, I'm here to stay. Got my crew beside me, we rise like a tide. When the storm gets rough, we ain't gonna hide. Propaganda swirling, but it won't touch me. Only the
Ebony says, breaking news, Jay-Z and Roc Nation being sued. Yes, I reported on that last live, beloved. This is my second live for the day. I reported on that. So for you guys who missed that last broadcast, let me just put the link in the chat because you all need to go back and watch that because there were some more allegations against Jay-Z and Beyonce, like I just got done saying, back in 2020, and the lawsuit was deemed and considered frivolous. And there were several people that had these nefarious allegations against them. I'm not saying any of it was true, but what I am saying is that this lawsuit was filed back in 2020 and it was later dismissed. So I'm going to drop the link for those of you who missed that broadcast. Make sure you watch it. Okay, make sure you watch it. Trayvon said, you turned the dance floor up with this song. Thank you, beloved. Okay, so now let's wait and see. Let me see what's going on here. Hold on. Okay, so no more news as of yet. So let's just keep partying.
an unstoppable track. In the city lights where dreams collide, we hustle through the night, fire in our stride. Whispers in the dark can't dim my glow. With rhythm in my soul, I'm ready for the show. We break the chains, rewrite the rules in this concrete jungle where nobody's fools. Unity sings louder than the lies they scheme. In the heart of the struggle, we dare to dream. Keep moving forward, never looking back. The truth's in the power, it's an unstoppable track. Keep moving forward, never looking back. The truth's in the power, it's an unstoppable track. Keep moving forward, never looking back. The truth's in the power, it's an never looking back. Keep moving forward, never looking back. The truth's in the power, it's an unstoppable track.
Another Queen Amadaya production.
Haze on the corner, they talking real loud. Spreading no light, trying to bring me down. Enemies lurking, but I won't back away. Got a vision in my mind, I'm here to stay. Got my crew beside me, we rise like a tide. When the storm gets rough, we ain't gonna hide. Propaganda swirling, but it won't touch me. Only love around, that's how it's gonna be. Keep moving forward, never looking back. The truth's in the power, it's an unstoppable track. In the city lights where dreams collide, we hustle through the night, fire in our stride. Whispers in the dark can't dim my glow. With rhythm in my soul, I'm ready for the show. We break the chains, rewrite the rules in this concrete jungle where nobody's fools. Unity sings louder than the lies they scheme. In the heart of the struggle, we dare to dream. Keep moving forward, never looking back. The truth's in the power, it's an unstoppable track.
Another Queen Amadaya production.
Haze on the corner, they talking real loud. Spreading no light, trying to bring me down.
Another Queen Amadaya production.
Every time booking a sex game, my kick, the words, my faith, can't even only be money saves. It's like an earthquake, don't calling you out. Queen of constant, just get up on your back. Such an awesome place, just a more for all.
Odd Negroes official says, I don't think we should compare Emmett Till to Jay-Z. Okay, yes, absolutely we shouldn't. Stop being ridiculous. Okay, stop being ridiculous. And then somebody else, MC, that guy McFly, says something about Tulsa. Tulsa doesn't have anything to do with Jay-Z. Okay, nothing at all. Please stop comparing innocent Black people who lost their lives because of lies that were told on them to people like Jay-Z and Diddy. It's ridiculous. Okay, they are not the same. Now, maybe the young lady who filed a lawsuit against Jay-Z and Diddy is lying. I'm not saying that she isn't. Maybe she is lying. There were a myriad of inconsistencies in her story. That all remains to be seen. But the bottom line is you still can't compare Jay-Z and Diddy, okay, nefarious as they are, to innocent Emmett Till and the people of Tulsa who were minding their own Black business, buying things and building their own community, and they were bombed and murdered for doing so. Okay, because a lie was told on a young man. At the end of the day, this has nothing to do with that. So please stop putting that in my chat. It sounds ridiculous. Okay, it sounds ridiculous. Allegations was the cause of their deaths. Yes, absolutely. Allegations were the cause of their deaths. But what does that have to do with Jay-Z and Diddy, sir? I have several questions. Okay, what does that have to do with Jay-Z and Diddy? Ebony J says Tony Busby filed a lawsuit this morning against Jay-Z, Rock Nation, and Jay-Z Law Firm. Ebony, I reported that, beloved, on the last live earlier this morning. That's not breaking news anymore. I just reported it about 3 hours ago. Okay, go back and watch the video. I just put the link in the chat, beloved. We already talked about that. And Jay-Z is a grown, grimy dude. Emmett was an innocent child who lost his life. Thank you. Okay, thank you. Absolutely. Oh, she's not lying. Her father took the money. They paid him to forget, says Luna. Watch Me Work says, call it out, Queen. Okay. It's Snoopy says, Queen, Jay-Z and Diddy will soon use the race card to gain any remaining sympathy they can. Yes, absolutely, they will. And here's the thing. I'm saying that the young woman isn't lying. She could be. But the bottom line is, what about these other things that we've heard? What about the lawsuit or the lawsuits? Because there was more than one filed against Jay-Z, Beyonce, and others in 2020 that were dismissed. What about Jay-Z's alleged son, Ramir Satterway, who claims, and the FBI is currently probing this, I reported to you days ago, that they're alleging that possibly Jay-Z and his attorneys colluded with the courts. Now, if that is true, along with what Tony Busby is alleging about them attempting to bribe his own clients, present and past, they could lose their licenses to practice law. We already know that the whole little plot has thickened and that the plot has in fact backfired on Jay-Z, because when his lawyer came out and told that lie that him and Diddy weren't friends, it all just made it look real bad. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Leon says no comparisons. Exactly. There's none. There's absolutely none. Okay. There is absolutely none. Hotep Sahadi said trying to muddy up the waters to get these deviants off. Exactly. Okay. Exactly. And Diddy is absolutely a deviant as far as I'm concerned. G-Man said, y'all brains is fried trying to make these lies the truth. First of all, what lies are we trying to make truth? We're sitting here waiting for Diddy's hearing to see what information comes out. Fool. Okay? And if you don't like it, why are you in the chats? Okay, please make it all make sense. Nobody said that Jay-Z was guilty. Again, I want you all to pay attention to how the slow people in the chat, I want you all to pay attention to how the fools in the chat keep trying to paint the narrative that we're all saying that Jay-Z is guilty. Nobody said he was guilty ever. That's for the court to decide. Nobody said that the victim wasn't lying ever. That's also for the court to decide. Now, with that all being said, at the end of the day, if you want to be an idiot, go be an idiot elsewhere. Okay? Go be an idiot elsewhere. That's what you do. All right? Go be an idiot elsewhere. All right? Because we don't have time for it. Okay, that guy McFly said, didn't they also accuse the Nat Turner actor of SA2 only for it to be discovered she was lying? Yes, they did. But again, beloved, what does that have to do with the price of tea in China as it pertains to this hearing that we're here talking about? And what does that have to do with Diddy and Jay-Z? We know that people lie all the time. And we know that there's been a myriad of times in history when white women have lied on black men. But I'm asking, what's your point? Because nobody on this channel ever said that Diddy or Jay-Z were guilty. Okay, I said that I believe Diddy is guilty, and I absolutely do. Now, Jay-Z, I need more information on him. As of now, that guy McFly says a pattern. What does that pattern have to do with Diddy and Jay-Z again? Okay, because a few people lie doesn't mean that all people who look like them are lying. Okay, and here's the thing. The lawsuit that I just talked about on the last broadcast, the one that was dismissed, those were black women accusing Jay-Z and Diddy. Those were black women accusing Jay-Z and Beyonce. They didn't name Diddy. They said Jay-Z, Beyonce, Kanye West, R. Kelly, and so on and so forth. Those were black people. So now what? So now what? Odd Nichols official says, what happened with Diddy? He said he never did anything to Cassie, and then the video comes out. Exactly. He said it was all a money grab. Okay. Watch me work says, preach queen, keep to the script, people. Read the title. Yes. Don't come in here trying to paint narratives. Don't come in here doing that, because I never said, because I'm no fool. Okay, because we don't have proof of any of this being true. All we have right now is speculation, our opinions, and the information that has been presented through the courts, through the accusers, and the lawyers on both sides. That's all we have. All right, that's what the court is for. That's what the court is for. So with that all being said, that guy McFly said a black woman accused a USC football player too and sent him to jail for 10 years. What's the point? The point is, you keep talking about white women, and I'm saying that they're not the only ones accusing him. That's what the point is, okay? And as a matter of fact, I'm going to ban you because you're getting on my nerves. Okay, you're getting on my nerves. If you don't like what the queen is cooking, didn't I say to exit stage left? Okay, if you want to come in here and paint narratives and make up your own scenarios to say things that I never said, then you can go do that from the bushes, but you won't do it in my chat. Okay, that's what you won't do. Now, Pyle Bunyan said Jay-Z gonna be okay. He never made enemies, same as Puff Puff. Well, here's the thing. Jay-Z's not going to jail. I already said that days ago. Jay-Z is absolutely not going to jail. Period. Okay? I already did a reading on him, and Jay-Z is not going to jail. Above all that drama said, bye, Trick. Dorada said the queen said what she said. Okay, Snoopy said, I'm telling you, Jay wouldn't spit on y'all if y'all was on fire. Exactly, beloved. While they're all sitting here caping for him. Okay, they don't know this man in real life, but you think that they did the way they're all getting so upset. And by the way, again, let me reiterate, no one said that he was guilty. Okay, Southwest Houston, Texas says, some of these people be on Jay-Z and Diddy coattails, ready to defend a stranger and the money they don't have. LOL. Exactly. Okay. Oh, so hilarious. Namasi said, thank you for keeping us informed. Everybody have a great day. You're welcome, beloved. Thank you. Okay, Giggle says, some people have a hard time being able to grasp the concept that their favorite celebrities might not be perfect angels. Exactly. Okay, exactly. That's all I'm saying. We're still waiting for updates. So while we're waiting for the next update, you guys, we've got to talk about Derek Chauvin. We've got to talk about Derek Chauvin, because do you all know that this devil has been granted permission to have George Floyd's heart tissue tested? You ought to pay attention, because I find this absolutely egregious. Motion allows George Floyd's heart tissue to be examined in Derek Chauvin's latest challenge to federal conviction. So let's talk about it. I'm going to share my screen because this is real crazy. Are they trying to now imply that he had some other issue that prevented Derek Chauvin from being to blame for his demise? Yeah, that's exactly what they're trying to say.
So
Okay.
appeal has granted his lawyers the ability to test heart tissue from George Floyd's autopsy. Chauvin is appealing his conviction on grounds of ineffective counsel. In a filing today, Chauvin says a doctor contacted his attorney at the time, Eric Nelson. The doctor believed George Floyd could have died from a heart condition rather than Chauvin's knee on Floyd's neck. The filing alleges that Nelson never told Chauvin about the doctor's call. Chauvin is serving more than 20 years for Floyd's murder.
Now I want you all to pay attention to that. That's absolutely. Here's the thing. First of all, they want to try to pretend or paint the narrative that George Floyd died from a heart problem. He could absolutely have died from a heart problem, but that would only be because due to the facts that Derek Chauvin had his knee on the back of his neck for almost 10 minutes. That could have caused anxiety, fear, of course, stress. That could have led to his death. Either way, the bottom line is George Floyd is dead because of Derek Chauvin. So they need to sit down somewhere trying to act like this thugged out police officer didn't take that man's life in a malicious and heinous way, even though that man was innocent at that point. Because the alleged $20 bill that they said was fraudulent, was fake, turned out to be real. Okay, turned out to be real. But you know, this is what goes down in this country. So now they're going to let him have George Floyd's heart tissue tested to try to proclaim his innocence. Like, this is all a load of BS. This is all a load of BS. And this is what really ticks me off. Vix Tech said more victim blaming. Exactly. Isn't this how it always goes, though? Isn't it how it always goes? Like, this stuff really gets on my nerves. And y'all know Donald Trump and Elon Musk took that devil, Daniel Penny, out for lunch. That's what they did. Okay, please pay attention. We have no friends in this godforsaken country. That's what we don't have. Okay, so here's the next update. Let me share my screen, guys. Let me share my screen. Okay, so this came out 3 minutes ago. This is what the judge said. Mr. Agnifilo, any other discovery issues? Combs' attorney, Mark Nafilo, says no. The judge says so on to schedule. By January the 3rd, provide the court with any update on the motion schedule. The court's goal is to avoid any kind of surprise at the last minute. Let's meet March the 17th. So then the judge said adjourned. Okay, so it's over just that quick. Coverage continues. If like and can support. Oh, okay, so well, with that all been said, I guess it's over just that fast. It's over just that quick, said that the judge said it's adjourned. Okay, so they're going to be meeting again on March the 17th. Nita to Mike's World said, had to come to the chat on this bullshit. I was watching it on my TV. Yeah, I know, right? So he had to come see what they were saying. Odd Niggas Official said, why Daniel Penny shave his mustache? He needs to grow that back ASAP. Probably so he could look more innocent. It's Snoopy said, Diddy sitting up to March. Listen, I'm going to tell you guys like this. At the end of the day, they're trying to set this up for an appeal. Okay, I'm going to tell you all that right now. That's what that's looking like as far as I'm concerned. That's how that's going. Hold on, let me make sure I'm not missing anything before we conclude. Okay, so anyway, with that all been said, I'm up out of here. Okay. Bafana Duba said, Diddy better snitch now. Okay. Cookie said, I thought it was May 2025. No, here's the thing, beloved. His court case for the indictment is absolutely May of 2025. They're just going to have another hearing on March the 17th. Okay, that's what they're going to do. They're going to have another hearing on March the 17th. because the judge asked if there was any more discovery issues, and Mark Agnifilo said no. So on to schedule. By January the 3rd, provide the court, now listen closely, provide the court with any update on the motion schedule. And he has to do this by January the 3rd, okay? A couple of weeks from now. The court's goal is to avoid any kind of surprise at the last minute. Let's meet March the 17th. And why is the judge saying he's trying to avoid any type of surprise at the last minute? Because, hey, that's when they could try to file for an appeal. If it's found out that the defense was in fact holding exculpatory evidence, okay, from the defense. So with that all being said, I'm going to conclude this broadcast. Nia said Diddy better coordinate his freak-offs in jail. You all are terrible. Sandra says the dinner wants to be popping bottles in January, winter, not March, New Year. Okay, well, unfortunately for him, he's not going to be popping anything, is all I'm saying. Okay, so I'm about to be out of here. Listen, you guys, I love you all. I hope you enjoy the rest of this day. If any more news comes out, I'll be back. And let me say this, to above all that drama, I got your package and I absolutely love it. Thank you. And let me say a big shout out and thanks to all of you who send me gifts and all those things, Cash App, Super Chats, and all of that. I appreciate you all. And I love you all to life. And I hope you enjoy the rest of this day, okay? Each one teach one. That's how we grow and thrive. Do something productive, constructive, but never destructive. And always remember, beloveds, to keep the Most High first in your lives. Until next time, I will talk to you all again soon. Peace.
Yo, Nick, hit him with that flavor.
Gold all in my skin, God all in my blood. Kings all in my circle, you touch one of mine and you're done. They show no love for the queen, why you hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans? I got dreams like King Luther, shed blood like Kunta. You ain't helping my people, I ain't got nothing to say to ya. I want all the smoke like hookah. Talking reparations, America won't be great until they give us compensation. I'm like, I'm the hottest right now. See a bunch of lames out here trying to jock on my style. They be doing too much. I'm the queen, it's too easy. It's like they all at Popeyes, how they be talking so greasy. I just sit back and laugh while these haters get mad. So nefarious how they don't want my pockets with cheddar. I tell them they can do better. These snakes in the grass can leave a bite on your ass, cause y'all be trusting too fast. I got my foot on the gas, other one on they necks. Dropping receipts on haters, you better show some respect. I'm never facing regrets, we only facing the threats. Running through every challenge like a relay, break no sweat. It's a cold game, so I got that blanket with me. Now that my people awaken, ain't no going to sleep. I do not play by my piece, this time I'm playing for keeps. You talking slick, but when I see you like them ends, we gon' meet. And I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood. Kings all in my circle, you touch one of mine and you done. They show no love for the queen, why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans and I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood. Kings all in my circle, you touch one of mine and you done. They show no love for the queen, why they hating on me?